What kind of hurt did we get from the Lord? Being on the bottom of society. We've been on the bottom of society so long, we think that this is where we're supposed to be. You think walking up and down the street seeing broken bottles and homeless people laying in the street is normal?
Right.
You think that's normal? Having the police come up on the block and everybody take off running and you a grown man? That's not normal.
Because I know you mean everything to Christ. And Christ means everything to me.
I called on the Lord. I said, "Man, Father, this is real. Will you watch over them? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you called for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they will follow the law, they doing it. You said under your house shine, they ought to love one another, and they doing it."
So we're going to go to Wisdom of Solomon 10 and 8. Let's go.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10, verse 8. For regarding not wisdom, they got not only this hurt.
The wisdom, man. The wisdom is the laws, the statutes, and commandments. You know, people like to say, man, I can't follow a God that put you in slavery. You know what the real deal is? We put ourselves in it, man. Because if I tell you, don't sell drugs, or this is going to happen, and you do it anyway, then is it on me or is it on you? The Lord told us what to do. The Lord told us how to conduct ourselves, how to deal with these other nations. And we refuse to do it. So this is what you get. This is what we get. We get to be on the bottom of society. Read it one more time from the top.
For regarding not wisdom, they get not only this hurt, that they knew not the things which were good.
What are the things that were good? The things that were good were the things that would benefit us the most. You know, the blessings that was in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. You know, around like the first verse down to the 16th verse. Those were the things that would benefit us. The things that were good. The good of life. The things that we could take advantage of. The things that would put us in the best possible position. We didn't want to do that. Read on.
But also left behind them to the world a memorial of their foolishness.
Say it one more time.
But also left behind them to the world a memorial of their foolishness.
What is the memorial of our foolishness? It's death, man. Our death is the memorial of our foolishness. When a memorial is like a structure that you can look at and you can remember. You know, you can remember something by. And when you look at all of these buildings up and down here, where's the black businesses at? Where they at? That's the memorial of our foolishness of the civil rights movement. This is a memorial of our foolishness of integration. How can you integrate into a system without power? Because if you try to integrate into a system without power, by default, you're going to become the consumer class. And that's what we become in America, a whole bunch of consumers. We've been socialized into consumption. And that's why being rich in America doesn't mean anything.
Right.
We got billionaires that are, and what's the point of being a billionaire if all you can buy is belts? Belts and shoes and clothes and jewelry.
Right.
Come on now. This is the problem with us in America. We got to stop falling for the jokes. Don't go and stand in that line. Stay out of that voting line. What does it matter anyway? We get in there like our vote is really going to matter. The ghetto is still the same. All my life, the ghetto has still been the same. Ain't nothing going to change. We got to stop believing in America and take our spirit back. That's what we have to do. Read it one more time.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10, verse 8. For regarding not wisdom, they get not only this hurt.
What kind of hurt did we get, man? What kind of hurt did we get from the Lord? Being on the bottom of society. We've been on the bottom of society so long, we think that this is where we're supposed to be. You think walking up and down the street seeing broken bottles and homeless people laying in the street is normal?
Right.
You think that's normal? Having the police come up on the block and everybody take off running and you a grown man? That's not normal.
Right.
That's children. That's running away from the belt. The cops come around and we run from the belt. Because you know what? God forbid he got to get out the car and chase you because he got a ton of things on his belt. And when he catch you, guess what he's going to do? He's going to beat you because you're running from the belt. Because of that paternalistic relationship that we done developed with the oppressor. He's our father in this place.
That's right.
The Lord told us to take this back, and so we don't have to be hurt in this place. Read on.
That they knew not the things which were good, but also left behind them to the world a memorial of their foolishness.
Keep going.
So that in the things wherein they offended, they could not so much as be hid.
We can't be hid. From the dumb decisions that we make, we can't be hid. You know why? Because when you turn on TikTok, you see it. When you turn on Instagram, you see it. You still got black people surprised at racism when they go into a restaurant.
That's right.
They make a video like, oh man, they not gonna let us out of here. They not gonna let us in with sneakers. You think they was gonna let you in anyway? Thank Martin Luther King for that.
That's right.
Thank Martin Luther King for that. He convinced us to give up our businesses so that we could go into theirs.
That's right.
And they took all our money and been shoveling it out ever since.
That's right.
They've been shoveling out the money ever since. The bus company, that's the memorial of our foolishness. This bus right here, it should be a black bus in Harlem.
That's right.
How is this? Wait a minute, wasn't they trying to change the name to Soha? So what? Soha? Soho? Come on now. Not in this place where the Apollo? What? Come on now. They didn't push the black vendors out. Now we on the street. And now we ain't even on the streets because the Africans had already got in there. The Africans come to America, they don't say, yo, let me get you the low on these oils. Let me help you get these incense for the low. They separate themselves from you because we're not them. You understand? Ain't nobody came from Africa and blew no dart. Haven't blew one poisonous dart. And we've got so much affinity for them. When I go to all these protests, ain't no Africans out there when Tamir Rice got killed.
That's right.
When Sandra Bland got killed, where was the Africans at? Where was the African nation that said, you're not gonna harm my people like that? You know what they did? They came over here with incense and fake Jordans and DVDs. Because everybody wants, matter of fact, this whole place runs off our oppression.
That's right.
The jails, Rikers Island, runs off of our oppression. These cops that walk up and down these streets, they ain't up here looking for white folks. They up here trying to see what you trying to do, what you got going on. So they can put you in that paddy wagon and take you to the precinct and take you to the island. That's what this whole thing is about, man. We got the hurt from the Lord. Read on.
Verse 9. But wisdom delivered from pain those that attended upon her.
Right, but the wisdom will deliver us from that pain. That's what made me come into this truth.
Right.
Because I was tired of hurting. I was tired of seeing and wondering why we always gotta march. Why we always gotta beg. Why at every protest do we gotta get the smart little girl up there to articulate racism through a poem? They know about racism. The white man knows that he's racist to you. He knows that Black Lives Matter, but he just don't give a damn.
Right. Right.
We gotta come back to the Lord, keep the commandments, so we don't have to keep getting this hurt from the Lord.
That's right.
You can drop that. Let me get Isaiah 51 and 23. And this is what we come out here to do, man. If you on this sign right here, if your father is a so-called, on one of these signs right here, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, then you are an Israelite according to the Bible.
Right.
We out here to teach the Bible, not dance. Not dance for 2 hours and send you on your way. You understand? That's what church has become. A damn concert